Work-based learning is an element within career and technical education that provides students with the opportunity to learn a variety of skills by expanding the classroom into the community. It narrows the gap between theory and practice through academic preparation with hands-on career development experiences. CTE programs report broad descriptive information about the types of work-based learning offered through the SIP self-review in GEMS. But reporters do not need to upload student lists as individual student work-based learning data will be collected through CTEIS. Programs will report the types of work-based learning the student experienced during the school year and the number of experiences of each type. To assist with tracking this information, OCTE and PTD Technology have developed tools to support teachers, work-based learning coordinators, and data entry staff. The CTEIS Work-Based Learning feature captures work-based learning experiences entered either manually or through an import process. Work-based learning data is due and submitted with the spring enrollment collection at the end of each school year, typically in June. Resources including the Work-Based Learning Continuum document, the CTE Teacher Technical Toolkit, and the materials shared at the OCTE Fall Update are available on the OCTE website at michigan.gov/OCTE. For guides and import templates, please visit the CTEIS knowledge base at support.ctis.com. For further assistance, please contact OCTE Sean Sweeney at 517-897-7698 or by email at sweeneys5@michigan.gov. There are a few different ways to enter your students' work-based learning experiences in CTEIS. If you track work-based learning by program, you will be able to enter these experiences by student by program. If you track work-based learning through student course offerings, you will be able to enter these experiences along with your enrollment data. You are strongly encouraged to select one of these methods only, as utilizing both styles may lead you to accidentally overwrite previously entered data. To manually enter work-based learning data, first navigate to CTEIS.com using any browser. Then click the Login using My Login and follow the prompts on the screen that will navigate you through the verification process. Once you are logged in, from the navigation bar, click Data Entry. Under Enrollment, click Manage Work-Based Learning. Select a school district from the Select District drop-down menu. When you are ready to input your data, CTEIS will display a list of active programs arranged in a default order, but you may sort your grid by clicking on individual heading labels. Click the Select button to the left of the desired program to display program details. If the selected program will not have any work-based learning experiences, click the checkbox on the right side of the Select Students panel. This will only be available if no work-based learning experiences are currently entered into the program. A message will be displayed if any experiences are on record, and they will need to be removed from the program before this checkbox will become available. The spring validation process will review your program data to ensure either the No Work-Based Learning option was selected or that the program does not have students with work-based learning experiences. The validation will not allow you to proceed otherwise. You may view a list of students by selecting one of the available radio buttons. The All Currently Enrolled option lists each student in CTEIS from the school district who is currently enrolled in a course in the selected program. The Active Courses button indicates the currently active courses you may select within the program and the students enrolled in them. In School but Not Enrolled is an option that lists each student in CTEIS from the school district who is not enrolled in a current course in the selected program. After selecting a criteria for building your list, click the Load Students button to view your students. You may also search for a specific student by entering a UIC or last name into the search field and clicking the Search button. To enter work-based learning experiences for students, click the checkbox next to their UIC. You may quickly mark all students by clicking the Select All checkbox. When at least one checkbox is marked, the Experience Entry panel will be displayed. The available code entries are A for Career Awareness Experience, T for Career Training, E for Career Exploration, P for Career Preparation, and Y for Youth Apprenticeships. To change the experiences associated with a student, mark the checkbox next to that student's UIC to reveal a panel labeled Enter Work-Based Learning Experience Codes to apply to student group. In this panel, you may enter up to 30 work-based learning codes and then choose from two buttons to edit the student's experiences. Clicking Overwrite Events will remove previous experiences from the marked student's record and replace them with your newly entered experiences. Append Events adds newly entered experiences to those previously entered. You may remove a student's work-based learning experiences completely by clicking the Remove All button within his or her row. Another method of adding work-based learning experiences is to enter them by course via Manage Enrollment. Navigate to Data Entry and under the Enrollment column, select Manage Enrollment. Select a district and course from the Courses grid. Select Students to update within the Enrolled Students grid. In the row of your student selection, you may enter work-based learning experiences in the provided field. Finally, to capture your changes within the CTEIS Work-Based Learning tool, you will need to go to Manage Work-Based Learning, browse for your program, and then click the button labeled Update Work-Based Learning from Enrollments. CTEIS allows users to quickly generate Excel files containing all students with work-based learning experiences. To do so, under Manage Work-Based Learning, click District-Wide Receive Work-Based Learning to view a district-wide Receive Work-Based Learning export of student work-based learning events for the selected district for the past 4 years. You may then print or tailor this file for re-import into CTEIS. The Work-Based Learning Data Reporting Tracking Sheet is designed to provide teachers or work-based learning coordinators with a standard form they can use to track individual student work-based learning experiences across programs. This form is provided as a convenience for districts that do not already have a system for tracking individual student experiences. It is designed so that teachers or coordinators can track student experiences throughout the year and then provide the form to CTEIS data entry staff who can directly upload the information into the system. This process minimizes additional editing as well as errors in data communication and entry. If a district already has a system in place, there is no need to utilize this form as it is optional. You may download a template from the CTEIS knowledge base or generate a pre-filled spreadsheet from CTEIS directly. To view the pre-filled spreadsheet, navigate to Data Entry, then click Manage Work-Based Learning. First, select your district and program. Next, in the Select Student Groupings panel, select the students you would like to view. The selections are all currently enrolled, enrolled in a specific course, or in school but not enrolled. Click the Load Students button, and your student selections will appear in the panel. Click the Export button to generate an Excel export that can be reviewed offline. The spreadsheet includes headers for student unique identifier codes, or UICs, first names, last names, program serial numbers, or PSNs, and program names. A column is also included for the entry of work-based learning experiences. Several options for exporting student experiences exist, but only a subset of these choices will be available for students who have not yet been assigned to courses. Furthermore, only the asterisk fields within the data tracking sheet are required when importing this file back into CTEIS. Please see the importing tutorial for further instruction on importing with CTEIS. Users are encouraged to take advantage of the import functionality of the CTEIS Work-Based Learning feature. Keep in mind, importing experiences will overwrite any existing experiences for affected students, though the students left blank in the import file will not be overwritten. Thus, it is important that you coordinate your data entry tools carefully to ensure data is not inadvertently overwritten. To import data from the navigation menu, click Data Entry. Then select Import Work-Based Learning. On the Import Work-Based Learning screen, click the Choose File link and locate your import file. Click the Load Records button to upload your file. CTEIS will check your import file to ensure that students are in the correct PSN, PSNs are in the buildings you have access to, and work-based learning experiences are valid and included. On the resulting screen, records that are ready to import appear with a green bar beneath them. Errors are displayed in a red bar beneath the associated records. To correct any errors, adjust your import file, then upload the file again. Click the Import Records button above the grid to import your work-based learning experiences. Records within your import file that contain errors will be omitted. Only error-free entries will be saved to the database. You may verify that your imported work-based learning experiences are correct by browsing and exporting your students using the Manage Work-Based Learning feature. This method of updating work-based learning is ideal for reporters who can export experiences by student, year, and program from a student management system and then upload that file into CTEIS. If you have a student management system that tracks work-based learning by course, you may wish to export your enrollment records, making sure to include the work-based learning field to contain experiences you wish to capture. Next, upload your courses along with their enrollments. Remember that you may verify these records via Manage Enrollment, but to merge this data with the Work-Based Learning tool, you will need to go to Manage Work-Based Learning. Browse for your program, and then click the button labeled Update Work-Based Learning from Enrollments. The Update Work-Based Learning from Enrollments process will review all enrollment records for a student within a program and append all work-based learning experiences together. This aggregated list of experiences will then be copied onto the student's program record, overwriting what is currently stored and updating the program record with the enrollment information. Keep in mind that if you choose to use enrollments to record your work-based learning experiences, you will need to run this step prior to submitting your spring enrollment collection. This concludes the work-based learning tutorial. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to OCTE by contacting Sean Sweeney at 517-897-7698 or by email at sweeneys5@michigan.gov or the PTD Technology Help Desk by email at cetus.help@ptdtechnology.com or call toll-free 800-203-0614, extension 128, or by calling 517-333-9363, extension 128.